welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Esports Report continues. Benson and Mr. X just figuring out awesome ways to be better at Advanced Warfare.
Young
apparently.
Benson.
What's up? Dude, I just ordered my GoPro. I'm so excited.
I need a GoPro.
Because I'm doing the whole Red Panda experience thing where I'm playing with Red Pandas. So I'm going to have like a GoPro with me and the Red Panda.
People aren't supposed to be playing with pandas.
Alright.
Pandas are supposed to be with other pandas. You're not supposed to go into their habitat and bother them.
Why? They want to play. They're playful.
Would you like if animals just came into your house and just
Define-
started playing with you?
I mean,
You wouldn't like it.
What animal? Like, if you're telling me like a big old grizzly bear's gonna come in and give me like a neck
Yo,
massage,
have you
I
ever
could be
seen?
a little bit worried about that.
Have you ever seen their? This is completely off topic, but it's something everybody needs to know. I saw a video. It was a thing in New Jersey. A bear was living in a guy's basement and he didn't know.
No, that's impossible.
Yeah, so
No, that's impossible.
older man. He calls.
How old?
I don't know.
Hold on. Elderly man. How elderly?
Elderly man. I believe like 80s. He
Okay.
calls over his. He has an issue with his cable, and he calls it over, and the cable guy goes downstairs to like fix his stuff, and there's a bear living in his basement. Swear to God.
How is the bear alive? Like, what is this
He
bear
came
eating?
in during the door in the winter, and he made like a little like patch that he slept on and stuff, and he just hung out in his basement.
What was he eating?
He would just go get food in the forest behind. And just bring it back.
Just come back. Just opens the door casually. He's like, oh, time to go to sleep.
And the old guy never went down there, so he had no idea. He was just sleeping in his house, chilling.
I mean, I feel like it's good.
Lock your doors, guys. Bears are everywhere.
Dude, good home security there, right? No one's burgling him.
You aren't supposed to live with bears, guys. Don't do it.
Why? I mean, I feel like that would be perfectly safe. I'm down.
I don't know. I'm very worried for these pandas on this experience.
Why? It's gonna be great. I'm gonna feed them. I'm gonna tickle them. It's gonna be great.
I don't know.
I'm gonna GoPro the whole thing. Why are you trying to ruin this for me?
I'm not trying to ruin it. I'm trying to show you the panda's perspective on what's gonna happen.
Dude, if I told you someone was gonna come in and give you like a belly rub every day, you'd be totally fine with that.
And film it and put it on the internet.
That's a little bit different.
No.
But still, you'd be down with that. Who doesn't love a good belly rub every now and then?
You're a weird creature.
Yep. Anyway, at Black Ops 3 World Reveal on, well, this past Sunday.
Yeah.
Me and Matt kind of broke down the teaser trailer, gave some insights and predictions. Judging by everything we've seen thus far, we were in fact correct because we're very clever individuals. What we're gonna do, we're gonna watch that Black Ops 3 trailer once in case you guys missed it. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch it again.
You guys missed it. You need to readjust your priorities.
I don't know why you missed it. But then me and Matt are going to really break down that trailer. If you saw us do the teaser trailer, you'll know exactly what we mean.
Yep.
We may even go frame by frame, give you guys some of our insight and potential intel. So without further ado, roll the trailer.
Weapons don't have instincts. Weapons don't have loyalty. Weapons don't have judgment. Soldiers do. What happens when the soldier becomes the weapon? How far can we push technology?
I could not foresee this thing happening to you.
Before it starts pushing back.
Pre-order now and get access to the multiplayer beta.
I love the zombies at the very end. What's interesting,
I'm more of a fan of the Stones.
and he would be, and I found this out this morning. you can throw over to my Xbox real quick, Ron. You can actually pre-order and pre-download the game now.
You probably
for the beta.
pre-download something like the beta.
The beta, yeah.
The
Like,
beta's probably preloaded.
that's awesome. I'm excited. I really, really can't wait for this game. At first glance, what were your thoughts?
Excited. It seems like Black Ops 2. It seems like every game that's come out in the last 3 years with what they tried to do, and then they just did it even more over the top. Like the classes from Destiny, like they took that and just blew it like out with just tons of different things. They took some of the movement from like Titanfall, and they really kind of like looks like they did it right. And then some of the stuff that was built on AW, like the movement and
Right.
kind of like the same type of stuff from Titanfall. Like I think AW did it better than Titanfall, but I think there's stuff.
You could take from both.
I think there's stuff you can take from both. I like the movement options in AW. I liked the smoothness of it in Titanfall. Titanfall, you were able to link all the moves like
Right.
together, really fluid, and it just felt like really easy. You did like crazy
Felt cool,
plays,
too.
and it felt really easy and fluid
Right.
to do. It looks like they really captured that, and I'm excited. It's a different direction, but I think it's the right direction.
It's that's the best way of putting it. It's very different, I
Yeah.
think, than I
It's
feel
so
like the
much more-
jump from where we're at last year going into this year was pretty big,
Wanna
right?
see
It was
something.
pretty much game changing. This jump I think is actually going to be just as big, if not even bigger. One of the big things a lot of people are talking about is, will it be better than Black Ops 2? Black Ops 2 kind of widely renowned as being one of the best, if not the best, Call of Duty in the franchise. Obviously, people are going to argue COD 4 as being pretty awesome, which it was. We trying to figure out.
No, I'm just looking at something. We can talk about this after.
All right, Matt's doing some research. What I want to do, I want to play the trailer again. Me and Matt are going to talk about it. Anything that catches our eye, we'll ask Ron to hit pause, and we'll give you our insight, because there's 1 or 2 freeze frames, which may be interesting to try and capture, see if we can figure out exactly what's on the screen. So, without further ado, roll the trailer. All right, so, basic intro,
Starts
badass
with the
music.
best band of all time.
Actually, hold on.
Rivaling the Killers.
Pause the trailer and just go back to the very first frame already.
No, I
Yep,
watched
that
the
one
trailer
right there.
day
All right,
'cause I
what
love
does
the
that
song.
remind you of immediately?
Black Ops 2?
What map? Cargo.
Ooh, a little bit.
You see the circle in the middle, big thing. Sorry, that was the first thing that just came to my mind. Thought I'd just point that
The
out.
planes
'Cause
reminded me of Black Ops 2.
What's interesting about this is, and when we watched the Black Ops 2 trailer and the Black Ops 1 trailer, in the world trailers, they will have pieces of multiplayer, whether it's maps or
No,
whatnot.
they
it's just
actually.
not shown.
I saw when they tweeted it out. They were like, "Oh yeah, the Black Ops 3, multiplayer and single player world reveal."
There you go.
So like, there are bits of multiplayer in here.
Right, you just have to
And
try
I think I
figure
know.
them out.
I think you can pretty much assume which ones. Like we'll get to
Right.
the part with the
That's-
water.
that's
that
something
one's definitely
campaign.
multiplayer. This is
Right.
definitely.
That's definitely campaign. You can see by look. You can hit play again, and we'll kind of break things down as they go. Lots of high techness. Of course, Treyarch, awesome developers.
Weapons don't have instincts. Weapons don't have loyalty.
It's true, they don't.
Weapons don't have judgment.
Looks badass. Emails.
Still.
Robots. So this
So
is
right here, I'm convinced this is multiplayer. Right there,
Yeah.
100% multiplayer.
Yep.
You can see who the other players are walking. That's 100% multiplayer.
Comes the weapon.
That was badass, by the way.
So the way I understand it, you see
Oh,
like a.
oh,
you
hold
can go
on.
back a
You-
little bit,
pause,
Ron. Yeah.
pause.
Go back a little bit to the woman with the cape and the knife.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. It was like right there. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, a little bit
maybe hit-
further, Ron. A little bit.
further
Yeah.
forward.
Oh.
Is it forward? That.
Yeah,
pause.
right there. Oh.
Like 2 frames
yeah.
backwards.
Yeah, you got this, Ron. No pressure or anything.
Yo, he's gonna
slow
he's
it
gonna
down,
slow
Ron.
it
There
down
you go.
to oh.
Make it easy on yourself.
Ron the genius. There.
So
That immediately reminds me of a hunter from Destiny.
right, we're an assassin from Assassin's Creed.
Exactly.
The specializations, the way it seems like they're gonna work,
Mm-hmm.
from what I've read and kind of gone over everything, it's almost like you have a super kind of like how Destiny was. So if you're not familiar with Destiny, each class had 2 different supers.
Right.
So you had 3 main classes, 2 subclasses for each one. It seems like this. I don't know if I read it right out.
So
I think it's going to be 9 specializations with 2 variations of each.
So the way that it worked, or so-called, has been released. I mean, I don't want to say released. It's kind of been articles elsewhere. People saying they've played the game. The 4 specialists currently announced are Ruin, Seraph, Reaper, and Outrider. So with a Ruin, a soldier with Gravity Spikes weapon, which is what you saw a couple of frames previous to that.
The guy with
where he threw out those spikes.
The guy who
that
looks
surround
like he's with
people.
the butterflies. Yeah.
Right, and it's pretty cool. An Overdrive, which delivers a speed boost, kind of like Overclock, as we know right now. The Seraph includes the Annihilator pistol, which we'll see later in this trailer, and a combat focus multiplier for score streaks. So that's going to help you get score streaks a lot quicker. Reaper is another one of the specialists. That's a robot that includes the Scythe, an arm that becomes a minigun, which we saw just a couple of frames before that, and the Glitch ability, which allows it to go back to a previous position. So you can, like in Destiny, when you like dash, you can basically go back to a previous. That's how I read it, at least. I'm unsure exactly what it means. Outrider includes a Sparrow, a compound bow, and vision pulse, which pings the surrounding area and tags enemies. So they're the 4 which we currently know in the specialists. What else they do, not too sure. But we can carry on playing the trailer. So could that be multiplayer right there? When he slides under? You see the knee slide back anyway. Knee sliding while shooting. Judging by what a lot of people said, you can shoot now, basically like having gung-ho. You can shoot while mantling and sprinting. You don't need a perk for that.
Before it starts
Beautiful bit of
pushing back.
campaign. All right, pause. Okay, so there's a freeze frame.
Yo,
In
just
there.
leave it here.
Which that's pretty badass, by the way. But if we could just go back, you might want to put it on 0.5 ROM because pausing is going to be pretty tough. Let's go. All right, hit play. And wait, too far. Go a little bit further back. A little bit further back. All right, here, hit play and pause. What is it? Everyone knows what I'm trying to find. Pause. Oh,
Whatever
I missed
that
it.
guy was.
It looks like maybe that's a zombie, kind of. He's a frame.
Yo,
dude.
we're getting so close.
Ron swinging and missing. He's going to go 0.25. Smart guy, Ron. I have a feeling this could be like a zombie kind of thing. Like, look at that.
Yeah, guy doesn't look alive. He doesn't look good.
He looks
Potentially could have been a zombie.
looks pretty dead. Is he wearing a helmet?
100% dead. No, I don't think so.
Is he not? Hit play on? No, he was not wearing a helmet.
No.
All right, I just wanted to see what that was. They include lots of cool little freeze frames in trailers like this, which make them awesome. But this is the thing that we were excited about. Look at the movement. That's kind of
Right, that looks
swift,
so fluid.
right. That fluid movement from Titanfall, which everyone kind of liked.
This looks epic too.
That looks like the glide.
When you take over the kind of like AIs, that was the hand cannon kind of
Yep,
from Destiny, kind of like the golden gun.
that's the bow and
The
arrow.
bow and arrow looks sick. This, I have no idea what it was, but it cut
Spinning-
that guy in half, so I'm a fan
Spinning
of
full
that.
streak of death. Sure, a lot of people tweeting about saying melee is now 2 hits.
Yes, 2-hit melee.
But in there you see 2 1-hit melees.
That could
whether
have
that's just
potentially have been,
power up, maybe, I guess.
yeah.
We talked about that the other day. But at first glance, is it better than Black Ops 2? Does it have the potential to be better than Black Ops 2?
Yeah,
You reckon?
yeah. People probably won't agree, but I think it definitely, if the core gameplay, like the gun, like the time to, really the whole issue with me with the last 2 Call of Duty games, to be honest with you, hasn't been maps, hasn't been design, it's been time to kill.
Yeah, it's been so quick.
It's been way too quick. If it's a Black Ops 2 time to kill with all of these features, it's going to be epic.
Do you think this is where Black Ops series ends with Black Ops 3?
Yes.
You don't think they'll do Black Ops 4?
No, I think
feel like
it
it's
moves on
pushing
to
it, right?
something else.
Yeah, I feel like that's where you have to kind of draw the line. A lot of talk as well saying it's next gen only.
Yes, which it should be.
Although,
it should be.
Although there was someone tweeted out some shop in the Netherlands with copies of 360 apparently.
Who knows what those people are doing over there. It should be. I love how
I mean, they've had 3 years.
You said next gen only. It should be current gen only.
Wow, sorry. Yeah, current gen, technically. Xbox One,
Time to
PS4.
upgrade.
It's true. I'm excited for that, if that is the case. 'Cause it's been 3 years in the making now, so I'm expecting a badass game, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I saw Vaughn tweet something like this is a compilation of everything he's kind of, I guess, like wanted to do or liked in other games. Because he's a huge Destiny fan. I don't know if you know that. Vaughn?
That would make some sense.
He's a big Destiny player. He's always tweeting about playing Destiny. So I would not be surprised if you see a lot of the abilities and like kind of skill trees like that, like somehow work their way into this.
So we kind of touched on it the other day. We have the Black Ops 1 global reveal trailer. Want to play that? We'll continue talking now, as there's some stuff really want to touch upon. Number 1 is the old movement system, classic COD. Do you think we're ever gonna see that ever again?
Nope.
Never again.
Nope.
What makes you say that?
A lie is a lie.
I actually, you know, when you were asking me what I was looking at, I was looking at
They write it down.
the games that were released when Call of Duty 4 came out.
Doesn't make
Okay.
It's like the game that everybody like kind of loves, looks back to, classic COD. You know, really started the whole perk thing. And look at some of these games that released first-person shooter. Crysis, that had none of that stuff. Call of Duty really kind of setting the trend in that. Halo 3, none of that. Team Fortress 2, classes, no kind of perk system whatsoever. Unreal Tournament 3, same thing. Medal of Honor, another game like Call of Duty, didn't have any of that. Enemy Territory, Quake Wars played that, wasn't very good. Shadowrun, that had it, just didn't, was like
Didn't
way
do it
too ahead
well.
of its time. Didn't do it the correct way.
everything.
You know, Call of Duty, really, I mean, you look at all the games that came out in 2007, like in the first-person shooter genre, Call of Duty kind of changed the game
Yeah,
after that. And I think you look at what they did with Advanced Warfare, I think you're going to see lots of other shooting games try and copy that. And this is the next step to put them even further ahead of all those other games.
What, doing everything?
Doing everything.
I think what you may see in the campaign is time travel. I think that's a logical thing for them to do in Black Ops 3. Whether it's just having classic in the campaign, a little bit of classic mode in the campaign, where you're like, hey, let's go back to like 1984.
I don't think you do.
I think you will. In campaign, for sure. I think there'll be some element of, like, you go back in time and you'll play, like, one mission in the past where it affects the present day and whatever. I've never been big on the campaign. Multiplayer is really the thing I am massively bothered about. So it was a pretty interesting Black Ops 1 trailer. Black Ops 2, not even going to bother with it, because we looked at that a couple of weeks ago. Where this gets really, really interesting is David Vonderhaar and Lamia had an interview. I'm not sure if you caught this.
No.
And competitive play may or may not have been brought up, and multiplayer, because that's where it's really interesting, because I feel like people know, for example, Vonderhaar is being very passionate about what he does. I mean, you look at Black Ops 2 as a year, it was extremely successful, really put competitive COD on the map to really where it is today. So this year, I'm excited for what he has up his sleeve. So we can actually just take a look at a minute or so of this interview.
Here with Vonderhaar as well as Mark Lamia, studio head Mark Lamia. And Von, we are going to probably talk about a little bit about multiplayer and competitive. With the Twitch audience, a lot of these guys really focusing on multiplayer. It's the core of the game. How do you keep the game fresh and keep multiplayer interesting for these people after Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2? Do you continue that, or are you reinventing the gameplay significantly? What's the deal?
Well, man, it's just a laundry list of things to talk about when it comes to the competitive side of things. And very macro level, we're going to go and do probably a really big deep dive on this a little later in the year about what the competitive agenda is specifically. I have a lot of stuff to tell you about that. But look, Fast and Furious gameplay requires a good competitive bent. People give me a hard time internally because they say, well, you know, was it fun? And I said, well, was it balanced? And if it's balanced, it'll be fun. And I believe that, and it's in my heart, and I catch a little slack for it sometimes. It has to be a competitive game. I think there's going to be things in here that the super competitive folks find really appealing. I think there's going to be stuff in here that the casual competitive folks find appealing. It's a big audience. There's a lot of players. They all want something a little bit different out of the game. You know, you have to think about that really carefully to try to figure out which areas you push into. And in the case of Black Ops 3, you push in both areas really hard, and that's exactly what happened.
from Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3, what are the main core components that you've brought from the last gen title to the next gen title? Because you have all this new hardware available, you have all this new technology. What core components did you keep that everybody's going to be happy to see in Black Ops 3?
So look, I mean, you have to take it almost by mode.
So that was just a quick little snippet of the interview that Vonderhaar and Lamia had, and there was some really interesting things to note. So the question that he's asked, I'm going to break down this question completely. The question he was asked was multiplayer.
Right.
Vonderhaar immediately goes to competitive. Didn't I? Well, every other time.
Like, why is the reason people play multiplayer?
To win, I would say, or to have fun with friends.
I'll never buy like the casual, like, okay, there are casual people that play multiplayer, but like, why do they? I mean, they play with their friends because they want to beat other people.
It's the point of multiplayer.
Right.
You're playing
so
online
when you have
to kick
two
someone's
groups
ass.
of people that want to beat each other, that is a competitive game.
This is true.
Regardless of whether you want to be categorized as a competitive player or not, you're playing competitively.
Right.
At the root of it.
What's interesting is he sort of gives a little snippet that later on in the year he's going to release a lot more information about the competitive side of the game. So whether that's esports as a whole, I would assume is what he's talking about there. And he also talked a little bit about, for a fast and furious game like this, it needs to be well balanced. And he brought up a conversation he had in the office where people were like, "Hey, was that fun?" He was like, "Well, was it balanced?" Like, that's the key. Was it balanced?
There's a difference between fun and balance.
Right. And where it's really interesting is you hear him say, if it's balanced, it will be fun.
Yes.
And that's what he believes, which is...
That's 100% true.
Which is great, because you kind of go back to Black Ops 2, the balance that game had, it was extremely balanced. They changed anything that which wasn't balanced, kind of try to make it balanced at least. So that's the key phrase from that whole interview is, if it'll be balanced, it will be fun. And also the fact that they understand the different sort of niches that they're trying to appeal to. And at the very end, he says, we're going hard in every direction.
I think you probably end up, like, I don't really know, but I was pretty spot on with everything I said last week when we talked about what I thought was going to happen. I think you see kind of like a league. It's not going to be league play. It's not going to be ranked play. It'll be something like competitive play. It won't have team ranks like Black Ops 2 did. It'll have just individual ranks always. And it'll go on something like an ELO type of system.
I kind of do want to see some
I think
teams,
that's
though.
kind of what you
But I think it should be a separate ladder.
It should.
It's like, if you want to play in a team, there you go. You want to play solo and get your solo rank up, there you go. There should never be a time where I should play a team, because that doesn't make sense. When you think about it, that doesn't make sense.
No, I mean, it happens in other games.
But I'm talking about just for a
queue
purely...
And you end up playing full teams?
No, you end up playing a duo. Like in League of Legends, for example, the max you can play in solo queue is a duo, which I would be okay with. So
CSGO, you can solo queue and end up with a team.
Which is, I'm not a fan of. I don't think it should be that way. That's just my personal opinion. I think if you're playing a solo queue, it should be solo. If you want to play in a team, it should be a team. It should be two different ladders within the game. But you hear Vonderhaar also mention that there'll be a large reveal for what the competitive agenda is, specifically later in the year before launch. Immediately, Gamescom comes to mind.
Yeah,
that's where they always do the
largest multiplayer.
Right. So that would be, mark that in your calendars of when to expect.
It's like August, right?
Yeah, when to expect a little bit more.
Would you think because of the beta,
stuff.
We see it a little bit earlier? I actually wouldn't be surprised if they do it at Gamescom and then the beta goes live like right away. The beta's got to be done.
Are they playing multiplayer at E3?
I thought they are. I think they are. I think E3 they're going to have multiplayer.
Because people, I think this is the first year where we're going to see different pre-release cycle. Because previously they've had what, like a year, 2 years to work on the game.
Right, that's what I was saying to you before we went on when we were in the office.
Now I imagine they're just kind of like bored. They're like, yeah, we finished the game.
We were
Let's
just chatting.
release it.
You were saying that the game is already like pre-downloaded. Like the beta is probably. I mean, you got 3 years. They usually pump these games out in a year. You've had 3 years to really work on this.
Yeah, you've had a
like,
while.
This game is probably like polished and like it's probably like running pretty good like right now.
Yeah. Apparently the quote is they've never been able to do the game if they only had 2 years. So that's how much like extra detail they were able to go into.
Right.
Because they had the extra year of breathing room, which I think is great.
No shit.
It really is. But I would still look at, especially for esports, I think Gamescom, that's traditionally when it's been done last couple of years.
Could you see like a campaign multiplayer thing at E3 like fully blown out and then maybe a special esports thing competitive at Gamescom?
That would be what I imagine they would do. If
the game comes out November 6th, I think you'd probably see it makes sense for the beta to be around August, September. That would kind of put you around
Immediately after
Gamescom.
Gamescom. Right.
Kind of put you around Gamescom.
Gamescom is
so you
done.
hype it up at
Hey!
Gamescom and then tell everybody
Exactly
they can
that.
get online, play it right now, whatever.
Yeah. Good
That
news
kind of makes the most sense.
for COD eSports fans. A lot of people kind of freaked out a little bit when the trailer dropped. And I don't think it was rightful to kind of freak out yet.
People always freak out over nothing.
Faith for no exos. Not a fan.
You need to be open about before you play it. You need to be open about it.
Right. I saw a lot of people like, I saw Fox tweet something. He was like, "Oh, you know, I don't like all this change." It's like, well, you're already going into it with the mindset that you're not going to enjoy
enjoying it.
Right. And it's like, well, you've not even played. This could be the most
Everybody
fun
that
game in the
tweeted me
game.
with like the Fave No Exos, like, how many of you guys are playing the classic playlist in AW? None of you. Don't even lie. None of you playing it. The option's there. Go
Yeah,
play it.
If you want to play it, you can go play
but
it.
you're not, so you really don't hate it that much. Because they're giving you an
I feel
option
it.
not to play with it,
Right.
and you're still playing with it. So
This is true.
you can't really hate it that much.
Yeah, I have to enjoy it on at least some level. I'm very, very excited for Black Ops 3, though. Can't wait. Hopefully, E3 is going to be pretty awesome. But again, Gamescom would be where I would really look for it. And if you want to pre-order it and get the beta access, you can do so on your Xbox One or your PlayStation 4. I believe it's also on the PS4. People in the chat saying, talk about PlayStation 4. This is an interesting topic. I wasn't going to talk about this, but may as well. Chat wants to talk about it. Talk about it. Sony was the first to tweet out
The trailer,
teaser trailer,
the
and the global
ether-
reveal trailer.
Oh, really?
Sony they put it on their YouTube as well.
Did I-
Xbox didn't.
Did I see a picture of like what was it? Somebody posted a picture. Might have been Charlie and Tell. It was like Treyarch, like in their like kind of like studio where they game, and it was PS4s along the walls. There was setups for Xbox Ones, but it was a lot of PS4s.
See, this is interesting because Destiny went hard on PlayStation pre-release.
Yeah.
They were like, they loved the PlayStation. Whereas we know, obviously, Xbox and Activision have had like a really tight 3-year deal with COD Champs. It's done. It's over. What happens now? It's a good question because I know a lot of people talking about it. Honestly, no idea. Is my honest to God answer. I literally no idea. I think it'd be weird to change from a competitive side.
It would be weird to change for the competitive side.
Unless, Sony came out and was like, hey, here's $10 million.
That ain't that weird.
That's pretty good. Actually, I'm down. Why was the PlayStation 4?
I had a PS4.
Did you? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Was it good? Is it? All right.
I played the Destiny beta on it.
Which is the better console?
I mean, I have played Xbox my whole life.
Really? Because I started on PlayStation and then
no,
went to
see.
Xbox and was like, yeah, it's better.
I went from PC to Xbox.
Okay.
So I think for me, like I'll always kind of like love the Xbox, but I loved having the PS4. Like there were a whole I played The Last of Us Remastered.
That looks really good.
That was so awesome.
Yeah.
That was so
That
awesome.
looked really good.
And then there were a few other games like I would play like sports games on PS4 primarily.
Interesting.
That's where I played most of my NBA 2K because that's where a lot of the sports game players play. They play on PlayStation.
Because
So
more
it was like,
casual.
yeah, it was like the best competition.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But
Fair enough.
other than that, I mean, I played like Blacklight Retribution. It was like a shooting game, free to play. It was pretty good. I like the feel of the controller on the PS4.
Nice.
It's nice. It's a good system as well. I think both current gen systems are nice. I got a Wii U also.
Swag.
Yeah, why not?
Because why not?
You get that 8-player Smash
People,
going.
people talking about Call of Duty on PC. Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath. No.
It hasn't been big on PC since like COD
Ever?
4 was COD 2 is actually really big on PC.
After COD 4.
I'm gonna go like
After COD 4.
I'm gonna go back and like
Not a single game was relevant.
Okay,
PC
so
from COD franchise.
COD started on PC. It was Medal of Honor 1 and then Medal of Honor 2, like the expansion, was like really popular. And then the people who made those games left to make Call of Duty 2.
Yep.
And then that's when
And that
Call
was
of
a
Duty
really
2
good
blew
game.
up.
Yep.
And then that's when I switched. I played COD 2 on PC
Really?
for a bit.
Oh, so you are somewhat old school. You were like really old school, then you just kind of hibernated
And then I
for a long.
left. And then
you
I
just
left.
hibernated for a long
Yeah.
period of time. It was like, hey, Black Ops 2!
And then I was like, well, that's why I'm excited for Black Ops 3. Like Black Ops 2 is really what got me into Call of Duty, just as like a franchise.
see, you
Like,
haven't
I
really
wasn't too
experienced like the.
Like I wasn't too into it. Like
You haven't experienced like
To
the
be honest with
heyday,
you.
the heyday of COD. You missed like so many great games like pre Black Ops 2, but Black Ops 2 was like the pinnacle. Like that was the time
Right.
to really jump in. Black Ops 3, I haven't run for good yet.
But I think it says something though, because Black Ops 2, like I guess I would say I'm fairly difficult to get like hooked on a game. Like the game has to be really good for me to sit down and want to play it for like hours.
Right.
Like I mean, I can't think of that. Black Ops 2 is the last time. I mean, I really played like hundreds of hours.
Yeah, I was the same.
hundreds of hours of Black Ops
Played
2.
every single day.
I mean, that League play grind was the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life.
But you
Like,
loved
I
it.
would never do that ever again.
Until Black Ops 3.
No Black Ops 3.
Hopefully.
No, but I'll play
hopefully it
the
looks good.
crap out of Black Ops 3.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm excited.
If there's one thing you could kind of ensure going into Black Ops 3 in an esports standpoint, like if there's one thing Wonderheart came in the office today and was like, all right, pick one thing and I guarantee it's the way that you want it, what would it be?
That had to do with like competitive,
Yep.
like for instance. I would want a I would want a kind of a combination of like a Black Ops 2 CS:GO League of Legends style competitive play,
Competitive play.
and I would want it 5-on-5.
5-on-5.
And I would want it 5-on-5.
Would you want the whole game 5-on-5?
I would prefer the entire game to be 5-on-5, but I will take just the competitive to be 5-on-5.
Okay.
I think it's about time.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
I've been pretty on point with everything else. What would you say?
5-on-5, huh? Really?
Is that what you were gonna say?
I was thinking about it. I just didn't want to be that guy. You said it. I would say,
It needs to go 5-on-5.
I think,
It should go to 5-on-5. Makes no sense not to be 5-on-5.
depends on the pace of the game. I think if there was a game to do it, it'll be this one. I think it'll be Black Ops 3. If there's a game that stands out, it's like, hey.
5-on-5 makes the most sense. I guarantee you, if AW, I'll even go back and say, if Ghost was 5-on-5, it would have played so much better.
Yeah, of course. Dude, every single COD.
AW would play so much better
Oh,
5-on-5.
make more sense,
Because the
it's
spawns
more
are
spawn
built
logic,
for 6-on-6. So you get it to 5-on-5. Spawns are going to be more consistent. BioLab
Right.
would actually play better with more people on it than less people if you kind of think of it crazily like that.
It really would. It really would. Yeah, it's interesting if it was 5v5. It's very interesting. Search and Destroy instantly gets better.
Name me a downside of going to 5-on-5.
Right now,
What is the downside
the
of
only
going to 5-on-5?
downside right now would be we're halfway through a game and it doesn't really make sense. to
Oh,
go
I
halfway
mean,
through.
like in Call
But
of Duty
right.
in general. What is
Yeah,
the downside of
there's-
going over to 5v5?
I don't think there is.
Every
one.
other esports title
What is Halo?
is 5. Halo's 4v4,
But Halo is.
but that was. It's
Why is
only because the equipment at the time was for
Are
4v4.
you serious?
Well, it was like I think the most you can have. You could do more in the lobby, but it was like it was an issue. Halo started like Xbox Connect. Is that where it was an issue?
So basically, what we've discussed is we're going to be on PlayStation 4 next year playing 5v5 competitive.
yeah.
That's
Every
part of it.
game, like esports wise, right now, it's 5v5. Like every made like League 5-on-5, Dota's 5v5.
But they're very different games, though.
Nah, it's
But then,
still-
but then
it's
you look
still,
at
like,
then you look at the other games coming out. Like you have Overwatch, gonna be a 5v5.
right
Rainbow
5v5.
5v5. It's like every game which is
We're
Smite
seeing a
5v5
trend here.
right. every single like major.
5v5 is the perfect. It's because 5v5 is the perfect balance between casual and like a competitive. Like 4v4 is too small. Like it excludes like groups of friends playing
Right.
with each other.
That one guy that always gets left out.
6v6 is too
Much.
much. Like 5v5 is perfect because the games are still large enough for casual people to still feel like, okay, there's lots of stuff going on. This is lots of fun, and it's not as chaotic for, like, it's not too chaotic for competitive people.
I would like to see 5v5.
I'd like to see 5v5.
I think it'd be cool. I really do. Anyway, that's enough Black Ops 3 and Illuminati talk about weird stuff that we really
Yeah.
don't know. But that could be some decent speculation. For now, quick commercial break. When we return, we talk about the 2K. Then we got the quick scope. We got UGC Niagara.
The
We got
5K?
the 5K. Bro, we got so much stuff to update everyone on. I'm excited. Be right back.